wonderful. Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy to be here with Lady Soul. Yay!
Yes, it was about time, Allie. I have missed you. Oh my goodness.
I missed you so much too. I really did. It's been too long. We were planning on doing something, and then I got COVID, and oh
Yeah.
my God.
No, I
So,
know how it was. It was not kind to me either. And
mhm.
what
Yeah.
what what I don't know if you had the same symptoms, but what was more attacked to me was my lower back. Like I had
Oh,
really bad sharp pains on my lower back. Um,
okay.
my
Wow.
throat was so bad that I felt like I was anything I swallowed, like water, temperature, hot,
Wow.
cold. It felt like I was swallowing glass.
Wow.
It was the first
Oh,
time of me getting COVID, and I was like, I don't wish this
uh-huh.
pain upon anyone. Like this
No,
is
no, not at all. Not at all. I got it, Jenny. Thanks, honey. Okay. Um, yeah, with me, I had my husband get me popsicles. I felt like a 6-year-old, but it was okay. That seemed to that seemed to work for my throat.
that's nice. I
Yeah.
lost my taste and my smell. And the
Oh,
only way I found out was because there is a certain, I'm a huge fan of hot Cheetos, hot Funyuns,
okay.
Cheetos with lemon. There's a specific Cheetos that they have extra
Yeah.
flaming hot.
Oh dear, I could not have those, but
I
the
don't
good for
usually
you.
have those. I have maybe like one or two, and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Right.
I ate the whole bag. I'm like, yeah, I lost it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. And I actually I called my best friend and I cried. I lost it. I can't believe it. She's just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I was
Oh,
so emotional. I was just but
oh.
I slept so much throughout the
Yep.
entire time.
Yeah, I did too. And still I did a couple of things today. I vacuumed and I made the bed for my niece that's
Yeah.
here, and I was exhausted.
Oh,
So it
easily.
just I feel fine otherwise, but it's like any kind of effort to do anything
Yeah.
is not the greatest. But anyway, thank goodness we're both better. Very good. And thank you
Absolutely.
for coming. I'm so happy to see you.
I
I
missed you.
really
That's why.
love having you. I love having you. So yeah, yeah. And I don't want to be Miss Jean tonight, like Romper Room, which was on when I was a little girl. But she would come with a mirror and say, "Hello, Mary. Hello, John."
Aw.
So, but I do want to say hello to people. So I want to say hi, Sharon, Viviani, Pierrette, Hypnicity, Juno. Oh, it's so good to see you all here. Miriam, Sue, and Amanda, and Jenny, and who else? Janet. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Hi, Kelly.
Hi,
Yeah,
Viviani. She's like my
yeah,
number one
Vivian.
supporter. I absolutely
Yay, Viviani. Yay. Yeah, she's wonderful. Oh, thank you. And Thayer's here. Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, there are some folks like Sharon Sipe is on a lot of channels as the moderator, and so is Viviani. And I have other folks here as well, but
okay.
they're the ones that usually come along. So happy Saturday night to everybody. It's raining here in Washington State, and we need it because there are 66 wildfires on the Canadian border. So
Really?
I'm really happy to see it. We've been really having a hard time with sore throats because of the
Uh-huh.
smoke. Yeah. And
Well,
I know that you guys have it down there sometimes. Yeah.
over
Okay,
here
ladies.
where I live, it's very like last night was nice and cool and little bit of breeze.
Uh-huh.
This morning it's blowing like 30 miles an hour.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's
Really?
very like it's there's no in between. It's
There is
more
no
of
in between.
it's blazing
You're in the desert though, right? Am I right? You're in the
desert.
desert. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's like it's
Yep.
one I'm always impressed. Oh, thank you, Viviani. He's always supporting me, liking all my stuff, and I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
love all the love.
That's right. Hi, Ellen. Yes, back to the normal times here. Oh, it's supposed to get down to 27 in southern Arizona on Monday night.
Oh, that feels
Wow.
amazing.
Oh my
Oh my gosh,
goodness.
I have been waiting. I was telling my boyfriend that this feels so awesome because he picked me up to go to because I now work at a local crystal shop here
know,
in
that's great.
the high desert. And yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm very excited. And when I walked down, I'm like, oh, this feels so good. And I'm like allowing the breeze, just like,
Uh-huh.
oh, so nice
Oh,
and cold. I
oh
love the
yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the cold.
Well, I don't like it. I don't like cold enough to snow because I grew up on the East Coast and I hated, shoveling. But I like it when it's the fall cold and you wear a sweater, or you wear some warm stuff.
I'm I'm always prepared for the cold because I have like
Are
I
you?
call it my snow jacket. It's like a snow, like it's windbreaker material,
Uh-huh.
but on the
Yeah.
inside it's like gray and fluffy. It's just
Yeah.
so warm. Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
it sounds nice.
Yes,
It
I sleep
sounds
with
really
it
nice.
sometimes. Yeah, that's how comfortable it is.
That's cute. I love that. Hello, Psychic Dummy. Hello, Ellen. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Nancy Riker, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here, everybody. Oh, my goodness. So, we already got a couple of questions up. If anybody else wants to put some questions up, that would be awesome. It looks like Lady Saul was doing readings today at the local crystal shop. So, she's all
Yes.
warmed up for us,
Yeah.
right?
I was able to meet some very nice people today, and people that
Good.
found me. And how I always say it, and this is something I live by. I don't know if it's like my motto, but I am an abundance of love and light. I will help those to whoever finds me. I will be there to help guide and to bring comfort. So that's how I always see it.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Hi, Craig Dixon. It's good to see you.
Hey, great. Oh, I haven't
Yes.
seen you in a while.
I know I haven't seen him either. I thought you were already on your trip to Los Angeles. So yes, we will ask that question today. And hi, Christina. Okay, Ellen, I got it. Thank you. All right. So it's just great to be here. I feel like we're having a party here tonight. So here we go. So this is a question from Starfish, whose real name is Jenny. And she wonders if we have a message from her sister-in-law in spirit, whose name is Susan Veronica.
So I'm hoping I connected. So Starfish, if you can, I'm gonna go ahead and describe who I'm seeing. So Starfish, just go ahead and
Yeah, let us know.
confirm.
Uh-huh.
Um, she came very to me. This feminine energy came to me very bubbly, like hi, kind of like I'm here. Hi, tell
Uh-huh.
Grace hi, and she has shoulder length like I'm not sure how long her hair is, but it's like from here to here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like blondish blondish how would I say it? Blondish but dark red. Like you know how there's some like highlights, I guess you can say.
Okay.
Um but newly newly crossed, okay. Is that who I'm connecting with? Starfish? Just want
Yeah.
to make sure I'm connecting with the right
Does
person.
that sound like her the way she looks, Starfish? Just let
Or like
let
the way she sounds, kind of like very bubbly, very kind
mm-hmm.
of like very just excited to be here. Like she could
Okay.
be the life of the party, uh, but she has to get there. Like she's
Ah,
kind of like reserved, kind of like, yes, okay, okay.
okay.
So I am connecting.
Oh, good.
She's like, oh, how I have missed you. I've missed you. So she is thinking of you. She is very much, she does miss you. She does miss the family. Um, she said, I'm so sorry that I had to leave, but I wasn't at my best.
Oh.
She didn't feel her best,
Mm-hmm.
but she says that I'm here. I crossed over, but I do want to come back. Life of party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She did say, I'm still here. I'm still the life of the party. And she's just very overwhelmingly like very happy that you called for her.
Wow.
So
That's
she's very
nice.
here, yes. And she is asking Starfish. You said her name was Jenny.
Her name's Jenny. Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
okay, so from what I am asked, she's asking, well, what was your question? What do you want to know? Am I okay? Did you want to hear if I'm okay? Did you want to hear kind of like she's asking you what do you need to hear from me?
Ah, all right. Jenny, do you want to hear that she's okay? Do you have a specific message you want from her? Like, how are things up there? Or
I'm
Psychic
just
Dummy says she sees a bow tie with her.
I was gonna ask, I did see that.
Did you? Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, because there's a certain she keeps calling you Jen Jen. Like there's a certain nickname.
Wow. Okay.
She said, how was crossing? It was not hard to find home.
Oh, cool.
She said some I don't know if it's her mom or her grandmother, someone of a great. So it could be like a great aunt. I feel it's more like a great aunt.
Mm-hmm.
But she was received by family with open arms.
Oh,
So she
that's
wasn't afraid because I know how in certain things, in certain ways, people are like, well, was he afraid? Was she afraid? It's like, no, she knew she was actually seeing them around her
hmm.
because I see her kind of like laying down or sitting like, but she's like an upright position and she's kind of like, okay, I know my family's here, so I know it's time to go. Like but I'm just gonna close my eyes. But when she closed her eyes, she saw white, and then she was received by family.
Okay. She wonders if she turn off the electricity this morning except for the husband's bathroom.
She said, yes, that was me. Like very sad. Yeah, that
She
was
must
me.
have known you were coming here tonight, Jenny.
It's kind of like, yeah, that was me.
Oh, cool.
I'm here. Like it's just she's like a very bubbly, very sassy, like very loving, sassy energy.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I got here the phone, which is the desire to communicate with you, Jenny, and have a conversation. And also, she says, look at now we're on camera. She says, I'm feeling very nostalgic. So she says, let's see. She says, when you're up here, you don't feel powerless, but sometimes you feel almost as though you can't always have people know you're right by them. They don't hear you as well as they used to hear you. But I get here that she's just thrilled to be here tonight, too. Oh, she wonders if there's any message for her husband. Hi, Seascape.
Um, she says that he needs to be nice. He needs to be nice to you. Or
Oh,
I'll be turning off something when he's doing something. I'm gonna scare him. And you know what? I relate to this because, and let me tell you, my uncle Beto, who you're very well aware, he's the bodyguard. He's basically my grandma's, my grandma Maria, the gatekeeper. That's her right hand.
okay.
He's
Yeah.
like the enforcer in a loving way. Grandma's like, you need to go. And then he's like, okay, come on, we gotta go. Kind of like,
Uh-huh.
so he
Uh-huh.
helps me, you know, guide those who need to go away.
Right.
So anytime that my dad was mean to me or my mom, he would turn off the water heater while he was in the shower. He's just like, he needs to be nice to you. I'm going to continue to do this. So my dad
Really?
was
You
like,
gotta freeze him out, huh? Gonna
he's just
freeze
like,
him out.
are you? And my dad would ask me, he's like, did you guys shower with cold water? And we're like, "No, we shower with warm, hot water. Well,
Uh-huh.
I shower with cold water. And I just look, I kind of like, well, maybe you should kind of be nice to me then. I'm like, you need to be nice to me. Obviously, I don't tell him why it happened.
Right, right.
But it's kind of like, well, I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't be so mean and it won't turn
Really?
off. And he just kind of looks at me like, what did you do? I'm like, I didn't do anything. You just need to be nice, obviously. So that's
Uh-huh.
what I think. That's he needs to be nice to you.
That's it. That's it. I love it. I want your uncle with me when someone takes a shower too long so that I can get them out.
Oh my
That's great. Oh, Jenny, I'm glad that you were able to get a connection with Lady Soul's energy. Thank you so much, dear. Yeah. Pierrette has a question about, she wonders if her sister-in-law, Mary Louise, might be able to come through and talk to you tonight.
Okay, well, what was your name? The
This is
Pierrette.
Pierrette. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So Pierrette, just stay close because I want you to,
Yeah.
confirm who's coming through,
Okay.
and to see if any correction. So what I keep feeling is like I keep doing this, kind of like I'm thinking a lot. So I don't know if that was a certain hand gesture that she would do.
Oh.
I do want to ask, because for me, it's kind of like spirits come to me as their best self. So they come to me as someone who is in their prime, where they feel their best.
Mm-hmm.
So she is coming to me as between the ages of 35 and 40.
Okay.
And kind of, let me see. She's coming to me with like jet black hair, but she has like the white salt pepper hair.
Okay.
Kind of like, again, shoulder length.
Mm-hmm.
Or from here to here, that's the length I'm getting, like up to here probably.
Okay.
She has a very, very pretty smile. And she's wearing like a black blouse.
All right. Pierrette, can you let her know if this is the right person that she's got here? Just let us know. Yeah.
She's coming to me kind of like, oh, thank you for calling me. Or like, thank you for letting me be here. But I just want to be sure that this is actually
that it's her.
Your sister-in-law, Mary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, while you're waiting, I'll see what I can come up with for a card. Ooh, I'm getting here that she says that you've got some opportunities and doors opening for you, Pierrette. That's what I got. Pierrette has a new channel. I think that she's it's been for a couple of months, but okay. I think she's been seeing that, Pierrette. Okay. Oh, she was a nun. Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right. Wow.
I kept doing this, like she was thinking, or like a meditation type. So okay, so that explains it. Because I kept, I'm like, I never do this when I'm like trying to, get information. But that was like the first thing I kept getting.
Okay. Cool. Wow. Did she have dark hair? Of course. Was she a nun while they wore those habits? You know what? They used to have these things that you didn't see their hair.
No, I know. But
yeah.
She still took care of her hair. I felt like her hair was like her pride, because I know it's there is a, how would I say it? Because she said it was for a short time, so I think eventually she,
Sure, of course, she was able to. Yeah,
that was like her statement. Her hair was her statement, like luscious locks.
Yes, like yours.
I feel like she had to hide it. Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. So sister. Okay. She's asking about a job, or like a I don't know if you're going into a job, or there's an event that you're going to be going, or you're preparing for. Cool. And how you said the whole keys, I feel like there's going to be certain connections made through that job, through that event. But what this is, I see like shaking hands.
There's an opportunity for her. Yeah.
Don't worry. You know how to speak the way it needs to be spoken. Like, you know how to speak to people.
Right. She does. Yeah.
Your audience is what she's telling me. She knows her audience. um the connections are going to be made. Take advantage, but don't let people take so much from you. Be a trade. Because the card that keeps, so in my oracle deck, I have my ancestor deck, and there's one card that keeps popping up.
Okay.
The trader. You
Ah,
want something that I have, but I need something that you can give me.
right.
Scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Right.
So that's what I'm getting. The event, the job, that it's gonna be a lot of connections.
Mhm.
Take advantage of it. You know how to do this. Do not
Wow.
doubt yourself.
Yeah.
And she's like, and we need to make sure that we pray about it, meditate,
Okay.
ask
That
for
is
help.
oh, wow. That's wonderful. You know, when you said that, Lady Soul, I think all the time about how we need to share energy, do an energy exchange. If
Yeah,
somebody helps us with something, we need to do something to help,
absolutely.
just to have that energy exchange. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know with especially, today as an example, I was able to give comfort to
Hmm.
the people who, were so graciously, that booked through
The store.
through
Right.
the store, and they're like, oh my gosh, we love you, and thank you
Uh-huh.
so much. And it's just like the energy that I was just able to give them, just like with the hug, it's like, you're gonna be fine, it's okay. And they can
Right.
just like feel a relief, like, okay,
Yeah.
like they couldn't believe it themselves. So when someone else tells you that's not
Right.
emotionally attached, you're gonna
Uh-huh.
be fine, it's okay, like, okay.
That's awesome. She says, thank you. I'll make sure to remember this. Hugs. So she's also giving you hugs. There
Oh,
you go.
thank you.
That's nice, Pierrette. And she calls us when she's on her channel. She say, hello, friendlies. That's what she
Oh,
calls us. Yeah. So thank you, friendly. All right. We have Viviani, who would love a message from Spirit. She has a lot going on. A lot going
oh,
on, girl.
okay. Let's see what
Mhm.
we can do.
Okay.
So my grandma came through, and she's just like, she's so sweet. She supports you from far away. She's like, we're
Oh,
gonna do something for her. She's asking you, why are you like overthinking? Why are you doubting yourself in the current situation that you're in?
hmm.
You're listening too much to negativity, or like someone's whispering in your ear, kind of the people are not so positive, I feel,
Which we know happens
all the
when
time,
people see somebody that's successful.
or they're
They get
getting
really
somewhere.
jealous. Yeah,
They're
they get
getting
jealous.
somewhere.
Hmm.
um I feel, and you know what, this is exactly what I had said earlier. I feel like you are no longer at a certain level, and you are evolving. You are, and again, it's not that I'm saying this as a negative term.
Hmm.
You are maturing more than where you were before.
Hmm.
You are
Hmm.
no longer at anyone's level. You are growing. And these people cannot reach this level because they are too stuck.
Yeah,
Kind of like you detached.
she's higher vibrating.
High,
Yeah,
yes. It's
yeah.
like you kind of realize that, well, you know what? I don't you kind of like you were brave enough to set that boundary and kind of say, you know what? This is not for me anymore. And this is a song, and I just posted this on my Instagram, and says, I will see you later. Or it says, I think we should break up. I don't need fake love. I wish
Uh-huh.
you the best, but it's
Uh-huh.
not going to be with me. That's
Understood.
that's the thing, the energy that I feel that Viviani needs to portray, and
Hmm.
um needs to believe in herself.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I agree with you. So Willow is a lady that is wonderful. She has her own channel,
Okay.
and she's 82. She's
Okay.
been around for a long time doing this kind of work. She wonders if you have a connection at all with Peru. Do you?
I
Maybe
don't.
might be a past life.
I don't. This is the first time I've heard of Peru. Who?
She says she sees a feathered serpent around you. That's really cool. Yeah, I know.
Jesus. Well, I know that I have like I know that I do have a past life. I believe in like Aztec Mayan. The feathered serpent is Aztec Mayan mythology.
Right. It is. Yep. That's why she thought you were from, because the Aztecs would be in Peru, wouldn't they? I think so. Or Mayans. I don't know. Yeah.
I can't think of
Yeah.
that really took me by surprise. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
On this thing on TikTok,
Uh-huh.
there's a certain filter that says, okay, how do you look like in this? So I put in spirit guide.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show it to you. I have it on my phone. It's like one of my favorite pictures.
Okay.
It's like, oh my gosh, I got the chills just looking at it. So hopefully I can pick it up.
Willow's very good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. She was reading Jean on Sunday. So yeah, there you go.
So this is the first thing that came through as my spirit guide. So I don't know if this is who you saw.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Willow.
Yeah. She says it's usually associated with the Aztec culture. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the filter that I got.
Wow.
That answered my question. What does my spirit guide look like? And obviously, this is the first thing that popped up. Look how powerful and mighty that looks.
She says it's a very benevolent spirit that's around you.
Oh my
Isn't that great? I know.
The chills just get things.
So you got a reading tonight too. Willow's very, very good. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Willow. Thanks. Viviani, I got some interesting cards here for you. I want to just bring this up. You're very busy on social media and maybe working in an online business. I don't know if that's coming up for you or not, dear, but look at this, money. And I get a pink diamond, and that is a rare opportunity, a unique creative expression, and money. So I think whatever's coming up for you, Viviani, is going to be what you need. Yeah. Oh, Thayer, you agree too? Oh, like a drawing. Wow.
And I never understood how I got that picture. I showed it to my mom, and I'm like, Mom, look. And she's just like, wow, that's really nice. I'm like, yeah, that would be nice. But
I got to go to TikTok, I guess.
I only do TikTok to see cooking videos, dog videos, and music, because that's where I find, because you know how I'm a huge fan of music.
Yes.
I'm just like, that's all I go through. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to post TikToks. I'm like, no.
Understood. No, I don't either. No. Viviani, I'm glad. I know you're creative and you want to do something to earn extra cash, and I think you can do it online. I really do.
Believes that too. So for my grandmother, my gatekeeper, to say, because she's like, she's so sweet. Tell her she's so sweet, and she supports you from afar. Whether she, certain stories, or she likes posts. I'm just like, she's so sweet. Oh my goodness, I love her.
It's so nice that you have her still with you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh. So Craig is planning a trip to Los Angeles. He's actually going to see if he can go and see Clara's, where she's buried, I believe. Oh. And he says he wants to go in a few months. Will it be okay? I think it's a great reason to go. He wants to pay his respects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so from my grandma, with connecting, grandma's just like, in Spanish, le va a recibir, meaning she's going to receive him with open arms.
Uh-huh.
And it's weird, but it's not. He's going to know exactly where to go.
Right.
Like, he's not going to wander. He's not going to wander to find her. He's gonna know exactly where to go. He's just like, he needs to don't think on it too much. Just
trust your gut, right?
Trust your gut and know where to go. And I'm seeing a big tree close by. And I see her by the tree.
Oh,
I see her by a tree. I see you by a tree. So follow. I keep hearing follow. I guess it's like follow her voice, follow your instinct, her energy, and it's gonna guide you to her, but you're gonna be by. I don't know if it's next to it or it's gonna be around, but there's gonna be by a big tree.
Wow, that's really cool. Wow. So I got the hidden, which is hidden enemies. You may have some spirits there that really love Clara just as much as you do, and they may know you're coming. I'm just guessing. But the unseen, something is working behind the scenes. And I think there's magic that's happening. And that's exactly what Lady Saul pretty much saw. And look at this. Yes, magnetic. You're going to find it. Absolutely. You will be attracted to where you need to go. That's exactly what I got. Yep. Wow. You're not using your cards as much as you used to, are you, Lady Soul?
No, I'm trying. I mean, I know that I pull them every once in a while.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm drawn to them. But
I see a lot more confidence, girl. I do.
Thank you. I have that certain anxiety.
I know you do, but we all do. We don't want to be wrong.
Yeah, that's why I kind of use the cards to kind of confirm, like, look, I pulled these cards, but now with myself and like what you tell me, because I know I pop in some of your lives and kind of ask, people who aren't emotionally attached to my situation. It's always just nice to hear from someone else, I guess. That she sorry, my grandma's just like, yeah, I told you. Like, not that she gave me a smack on the head, but she's like, you see, I told you. So I'm like, okay.
The other thing is, I know that somebody else said the same thing. That they know the cards, and so sometimes the cards show up in their mind.
Yeah. That's what's been happening with me for quite a bit. I know that on Sun Psychic Genes on her channel, like for some reason, me and her like are in sync.
Oh yeah. Psychic bounce. That's right. Yep.
And I said, well, this is who I saw, and I remember this one clearly because I think this was my very last live with her. I connected with the grandpa or with the father who had just recently passed away, and I was explaining how he looked like, and she's like, okay, the moment you said this, because she's like, the moment you said he had like a mustache or like a long one, I knew exactly what you were talking about. So it was like one right after the other. We were just like, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I love hearing that. That's great. That's wonderful. So now we have Christina wants a general message and for entertainment purposes only.
I love that mug. That mug is so
Oh. All right, Christina, I'm glad you're here this evening. Let's see what we can find out for you. Oh, Craig, you should stop in Nevada. That's wonderful. Yeah.
You shouldn't worry so much. You worry of the things you can't control or that hasn't even happened yet.
You ain't alone, just so you know, Christina, because I think
my grandma gets mad at me all the time. She's like, "You'd see, I told you." She's like, "I don't know what," because that one time, and I don't know if you remember, Ali, that one time you had that medium on your channel and she couldn't answer for me.
Yes,
that was the very first time that's ever happened.
Really?
The only time. Okay. I've been asking.
Yeah, you have asked questions, but she said something like, no, they didn't want to give you, or they didn't want to give you this answer.
So I asked a friend of mine, I said, hey, can you ask, my grandma, why she didn't, whether it was not give permission or she just didn't want to. She's like, yeah, because she wants you to ask her. I'm like,
Ah,
I'm scared too. She's like, I know you are, but you need to
yeah.
ask. I'm like, well,
She wants you to trust her and that it's her. And I think you
and
do.
the
I
thing
think you
is,
do.
throughout that
Yeah.
time, that period, it was just a very struggling time. And
Okay.
it was like, I don't know if I trust myself when I'm that in a
Yep.
certain state. So that's
Understood.
why I'm just like, and my grandma's like, I don't know why you just don't ask me. And she's like, what am I gonna do? Hit you? I'm like, kind of. I'm like I kind of have like my head like already like bracing myself,
Right.
um, but for the message that I'm getting, it's kind of like, how would I say this? You shouldn't worry for things that you can't control. As humans, we have that habit, but things are okay. So there's a certain project or a certain event that's coming up. You shouldn't doubt, kind of like Viviani's message. You know how to do this. You know your craft. You know how to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Things are
Mm-hmm.
going to happen the way they need to. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your talent. Things are going to happen the way they need to happen in the order that they have to happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's the
Absolutely.
message that I got.
Okay. So I got, do you have issues with self-image? Are you feeling insecure? And that's kind of the same thing that Lady Soul said, because what she was talking about was trusting what you think. Um, Maybe it's because you've had to survive. It says here you're feeling like you may be hanging on, just barely hanging on in some areas of your life. But please know that the wheel of fate, the wheel of destiny is working. You're at a turning point, and that things are working in your favor. Just make sure that you remember that your self-image is important. Don't doubt yourself. I get the same thing. I really do.
Christina said, wow, I started a new job on Monday and I'm currently working on a big project.
There you go.
Don't doubt your talent. Don't doubt your craft. It's
Yeah.
going to come to you. Let your guides guide you. You
Yeah.
have a guide for artistically, for like an artistic guide. You have like, I feel like I'm connecting with 3 guides, one for business, one for arts and crafts. And then you have
Ah,
one of like a motherly guide, kind of like the nurturing one.
yeah. Yeah. So there are others in the chat that they say, at least we can admit it, that sometimes we doubt ourselves. I mean, I think it happens to us all. And we just need to remember, to turn to those who can support us and remind us of our worth. And she says, look at this. Her grandmother, Antonia. Ooh. I'm guessing that might be who.
Oh, the nurturing one.
Yeah. 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 Wow. Very interesting. Hopefully, good luck with the job, Christina. If you're working on a new project, that's great. Don't doubt that it won't be done well, because I think you're ready for it. And we'll see how you do. Let us know how you do. Thank you. All right. This is Ellen,
Okay.
and she wonders, am I on my path? If not, how do I get on it?
So I did get not really.
Okay.
Not really. I know you've thought about it.
Okay.
You've thought about it, but it's not that you're scared. It's like you're doubting whether you should be on that path because it's something that's out of your norm, whether it's something that you didn't grow up with, or, and again, this is something that I'm learning the hard way.
Yep.
I'm learning things, and it sucks because it all happens during Mercury retrograde. That's when I need to learn my lesson, and that is extremely annoying.
It is annoying.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
like things just blow up in my life, and it's just like great. So again, this is a cycle that needs to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's not always easy to break generational curses, or it's not easy breaking cycles, but it will continue to happen if you don't learn your lesson.
Ah, okay.
Like for me, I had to let go of certain people
Mm-hmm.
because it
That
was
were weighing you down and
they
not
were weighing me
trusting.
down. That
Yeah.
was just not the best energy for me with my mental space. So like there was a I want to say like a week or two period where I was
Mm-hmm.
going through so much. I was going through like life-changing stuff that
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get a dog. Life-altering decisions, and I was like, I feel so alone. I want a dog. I
Sure.
found a dog, and she was the perfect. I feel like she was mine. She was a pit bull rescue, and her
Mm-hmm.
name was Pepper,
Mm-hmm.
and she was a backyard breeder.
Okay.
So it was from a rescue. So they rehabilitated her, and apparently she's a couch potato.
Ah.
And she was a brindle, so it's kind of like the salt and pepper brown.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna rename her as Shenzi. You know the name Shenzi?
No, I never heard of it. No.
Hyenas from Lion King.
Oh, okay.
She was the
Oh, okay.
hyenas.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I wanted Pepper, but again, it's kind of like I wasn't in the right mind space.
Right.
So I feel like because you're not in the right mind space, it's not allowing you to be fully on your path. You've thought about it, but it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like little things are holding you back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you're not, and again, it's like you're doubting yourself, but at the same time, it's you're afraid to take
Mm.
that certain
That
path,
step. Mm-hmm.
because people, once you take that path, people are going to start to leave
Okay.
to
Okay.
a certain degree.
Okay. Okay. Um, so she's wondering what specifically, but that's going to be something, honestly, Ellen, that you have to determine what specifically to do, I think. It's very difficult. Like we could say, oh, you need to do cards or you need to do, but we're not the ones doing it. You will need to know what they are. I have here that you need to start by working on yourself and to become more self-reliant. That's in what it is that you, and not be asking people, what do you think? What do you think? What you have to think what you think. But I do get the star, which is wish fulfillment, and you will be hopefully a brand new and hopeful life into that which you feel you want to move into. So, but it has to come from you. Can't come from the outside. And I see here that whatever it is, that you could make a business out of it. So if you were on a certain path that you wanted to do in business, or you haven't maybe thought of it yet, and I don't know if that's spiritual or not, which it doesn't have to be. It could just be a business path. That you would do very well at it, at a work entrepreneurship, and make a career move. But it has to be from you. It has to come from in here, not out here. And remember, you are the most important of all to choose that. So
Yeah.
that's, yeah, that has to,
And
that has.
when you were talking about business, what I got was like she was busy with her hands. Like I don't know if it was
Okay.
crocheting or she was doing pin and needle,
Yep. Needlepoint. Yep.
needlepoint. But she was busy with her hands, kind of like bring something to the table that is unique.
There
But
you go.
that it's gonna bring comfort to those. And for some reason, I'm smelling cinnamon rolls.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to a hockey game later tonight, so I think I'm gonna ask my boyfriend. We need to go get cinnamon rolls. I'm like crazy.
I know you love cinnamon rolls.
I am such a sucker for cinnamon rolls. I don't even know why.
But you know what? It could just be that she comes up with her own cinnamon roll idea. It doesn't necessarily mean, yeah, yeah,
yours.
yep,
Something
yep,
that isn't Cinnabon,
right,
something
right.
that is more
It
home.
could be something totally different, though. It could be making, I don't know, shawls or something. Yeah, yeah.
I'm all thinking about food. Sorry. I'm all thinking about sweetness.
Now I'm hungry. Oh, thank you. All right, Ellen. Well, we surely wish you well on your path. And I think that you just need to maybe make some lists about what you think you're good at and how do you get on that. And then you make the determination which way you want to go. And I think if you do something in a career move with entrepreneurship, you'll do very well. So thank you so much for your question. Okay, so Miriam wonders if she could have a message from her mom. Her name is Evelyn.
Oh, she just started following me on Instagram. Okay.
Wonderful.
Because I remember the logo. I really like that logo.
Oh, that's great.
So I don't know if it's just me or I'm just like really starting to get hungry, but I feel like there's not proper you're not eat because what I heard was we need to make sure we're eating meals and not snacks.
Oh, that must be for me. That's for me.
It's again on Jean's page on Sun Psychic Jean, and I had said, and I was reading for another for a woman, and her mother came through. She was like kind of not scolding, but she was like, "What do you need to eat? Snacks are not food." Because I don't know if
oh, is it Miriam? Okay. She must. I just feel like I got scolded too. Okay.
We need to make sure that we need to take the time to eat, like a filling food. Because for some reason I smell beans. I smell beans because I feel like beans it can fill you up. Beans can fill you up.
Right.
And then, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is for you, Miriam, but I always get like when my grandmother's made was bean and cheese burritos. I'm hungry, eat a bean and cheese burrito. I'm like, well, damn, I don't want a bean and cheese. I wanted like an In-N-Out burger, but whatever, right? But so I don't know if you relate to that, but I feel like we need to make sure we eat simple foods to get us started, but we need to eat foods and not as much snacks.
Okay. Yep. Well, I just grabbed something easy, and that's my problem. Although today I did make a meal, so it was nice. But when my husband's home, I make food. Otherwise, I just grab something. So I understand. All right. So I got here that somebody is butting into your business, meaning not necessarily a work business, but you're like somebody's being overly like a Budinsky. I don't.
Oh no.
Too many people and someone's watching you. I don't know who it is, but I see here that you have a leadership role. And so you have high influences in business and you know your value. But I also get that you're waiting on somebody. You're waiting on something or someone, and you're expecting to hear news, but you are prepared, it says. And so maybe you were just waiting on your mom.
She said, "Mom didn't make beans, really, but my younger boy makes fab chili." Well, there are beans. I mean, there can be beans or no beans in the chili.
Right.
So when you were talking about your the third party, the Budinsky,
yes,
I heard in Spanish to be careful with her. There's a feminine energy that is kind of like double-faced.
Oh, okay.
Like two-faced.
Two-faced, yeah.
Two-faced. Kind of like looking and like lurking in. But like kind of like, I know I can do it better.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But she's not original like you. We need to be careful.
Okay.
Kind of not, I mean, I don't know, because I feel like this person is in your inner circle, but I don't want to say not by choice.
Might be somebody she works with or somebody that's in her vicinity. Yeah. Okay.
Vicinity.
Yeah.
Okay. We just need to be careful on what we share. Because that's not, and you know what, the feeling that I get, we try and be the very best that we can be to help people, especially like inner circle. Like I always did my best to help family members, but they went around and told everyone else after I told them not to talk about it, and they spilled the beans.
Oh, here she goes. That's her daughter-in-law, Sarah. So here's what happened this evening. My niece is here. She's 25. I've never met her. She's my husband's sister's daughter. And I already knew that everybody that lives near her thinks I am a bitch and that I'm not nice and I control him and all. I knew that. I knew that in my heart. And she confirmed it. And she said, I had to find out for myself, and I don't know where they get their information from. But it was interesting because people's perception of you can be so skewed.
Yeah, I'm very guilty of that. So long story short, my entire family found out who I am.
Right.
And I come from a very strict conservative household of Christianity.
You do.
And the cat went out of the bag. And now people where I used to go to church at found out, and now they call me a witch.
Right.
I got the information that I'm a palm reader, and I look into a crystal ball.
Right.
And I'm just kind of like, oh, that's nice.
They only want to hear what they want to hear. They only do.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
You don't remember this? There was a show called Bewitched, interestingly enough. And
I know
there was a name
with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. That one I do know.
Okay. Well, there was a lady that was next door, and her name was Gladys Kravitz.
I know quite a bit of things.
Okay. Well, it's an old show, that's all. But Gladys Kravitz lived next door, and she was a real nosy woman. And that's what I say. It's a Gladys Kravitz.
Oh, okay. I do remember. I never watched the show, but I do remember.
Right. You remember the movie part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All I can say for Miriam, let's just be very careful on who you talk to, or be the information that you give out, because not everyone is there for you, even if they are family.
Yeah, family can be harder, actually. But anyway, we're on your side. Gladys, the original Budinsky. That's right, Wiki. All right. So Hypnicity wonders if we have any clues about any of her past lives.
Oh, I've never done
it. And her name is really Nalani, if that helps.
Leilani?
Nalani. 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 Okay. Yeah.
No, I've never done a past lives, but we'll see what I can get.
Do the best you can, yeah.
So the weirdest thing came to my mind. I see a minor.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if she was a minor.
Like with the hat and the light on?
All I got was the pick.
Oh, the pick. Okay.
The pick. And with the light.
Yep.
Pick. And I just got very dirty. I'm like, char, black. Oh. Black, dirty. And the only thing that was clean, not even the mouth was disgustingly black. And then I do feel like there's a bandana or some type of cloth. So I feel like there is a certain period. First thing I heard was Tombstone.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if it's around that era or around Tombstone itself.
Sure, could be in one of those mines that they did for the gold.
So I feel like you were a man in a mine as a miner.
Wow.
And you had to fight a lot, because I guess it was kind of like first come, first serves, whatever you find, you make. And that was your income. So you had to fight a lot. And my grandma, she's just like, unfortunately, you passed away from an unfair fight.
Ah, okay.
Unfair.
A lot of them, they didn't have a life. They just were in that mine all the time, Yeah. Wow. Okay. I find it interesting because I have a key here that, you wanted a better future. But, you didn't, and I don't know if it's the same lifetime or not, but I have here that you wanted the key to a better future, but you had addiction problems and were dependent upon something. So there apparently there was something about that lifetime that you had your shadow side was more more out there. But I see here that this doesn't really make sense, but I see local travel. And so what I'm guessing is that it is somewhere here in the United States. And so I agree with the, it is in another country. But I do see here, somebody said,
like, okay, so because I know that you were saying like travel locally, I feel like that was a that was a life that was forcefully given on to Hypnicity at that time. Like it was either this or that, pick one.
Right. Okay.
So that was the first thing I got. That was the first time I've ever gotten a past life reading. That's usually not. Again, I'm always open to trying to.
Yeah. No. I'm glad you tried it. That's yeah.
But yeah, all I got was the pick, and you were dirty. You were a dirty man, but you had no choice. You had to do it.
But dirty in your job. That's
your job, anything. And obviously your hands, and you were just so tired.
Yeah. Okay, so Lady Soul can only give us another about 10 minutes, so we're gonna do this kind of fast. And so we can get her on her way to the game she's going to. You're going to a game, right? Or a concert?
Yes, I'm going to a hockey game.
Hockey game. Okay.
Yeah.
So Amanda wonders if her ex-husband, who died a year ago, has anything to say.
Oh. Hi, sweetheart. He's so loving. I'm getting such a loving energy. He's so calm. Wow. Amanda, can you please just verify with that, please?
Okay.
He's just so calm, very grounding. He kind of like go with the flow. He's like, hi, sweetheart. Oh, she.
Amanda, does that sound like something he was? I know it's an ex-husband, but sometimes we're better friends with exes than we were when we were married to them. So let us know, dear.
He was just like, I'm sorry I wasn't always nice.
His name is Matt. Well-grounded but wild.
You like that. He kind of did it with a charming smirk.
Uh-huh.
Like, you like that.
Uh-huh.
But
Willow says it's a sad situation. Wow. Okay.
I did at first.
Mm-hmm.
He's very happy you asked for him, but he's kind of like with his like in shame.
Oh.
I know I wasn't always nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know I wasn't always nice, and I hope you can forgive me.
Oh.
I did, like, I feel like he caused you unnecessary heartache or unnecessary stress that you shouldn't have done, or that you shouldn't have to have gone through.
Yep. Wow. I have here that your boundaries were being tested. He didn't really know how to come through to you tonight. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of like, I'm really sorry.
Uh-huh.
I'm really sorry. Like, he's very like ashamed in a way, very ashamed, but grateful that you let him come through, that you asked for him.
Okay. She said he liked to test boundaries. Willow says this, and that he did not mind how he hurt other people. There are some people that are like that are just, they'd like to see how far they can push you until, and
I
it
know
sounds
like people like that. They're like, well, it's because I don't know how to stop. I said, well, next thing, like, how would I say? And it's funny because I actually mentioned this to a coworker, and I always say, is the devil testing you today? Like, the devil's testing me. I say, you know what? In a metaphorical, you know what? Let him win sometimes, because sometimes we need to stand up for ourselves and handle business.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh, you are so funny. I said, no, but I'm being serious. Like, you need to stand up for yourself and kind of like, defend yourself. It's like, don't talk to me like that.
Don't let people walk on you.
Yeah. Kind of like stand your ground. Like, no, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
She says spot on. Spot on. And he I did get another card that I just happened to put away, but he does send love. He does send you love. He does love. He did love you. And of course you're the mother of his daughter. So yes, absolutely. Thank you, dear. All right. The next one we have is Amy. Wonders if we could have a message from her first husband, Philip. A lot of ex-husbands here. Wow-wee. Okay.
They're like, wow.
We're not even in retrograde. This is funny. I had a dream about my first husband last night, and I called my daughter and I said, I don't know. It just didn't, I never dream of this man ever. And I said, I don't know if this is a prophetic dream. I don't know if he's ready to leave or what, but I thought I'd pass it along. Yeah. Interesting. So everybody else is dealing with it too.
Yeah. So wow, I can't believe it's already been an hour. That was
I know. It goes by fast. It does. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Talk to me. Okay, so Amy, let me know if you are here, please. I just really want to make sure that I get the correct person. He's coming through as obviously a negative. I'm so sorry. Masculine energy.
Okay.
He's not negative.
Right.
He comes to me as a very charming, not an ex. He died from injuries from falling off a tree. He was
okay. Whoa. So he isn't an ex. He just passed away. Okay, I'm sorry, dear. Thank you. Yeah.
He was like a very charming man. And he comes to me. I'm not sure. Okay, so he is coming to me from like 25 to 30, 35, around that age. He has like brown hair, but it was like in the sunlight, it's very light brown.
Okay. Is that right, Amy? Let us know.
He had a tan because there was certain shirts that he always wore, like a farmer's tan. He has a farmer's tan, and he kind of like, because it's weird because he looked at me straight, but then he kind of like went back. Kind of like, oh, you're still there? Okay, great.
He was 31 when he died.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says, I'm really sorry that I left that quickly. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to leave you that quick. We had planned so much with you. Like there was a lot of plans. Like I feel like there was a certain vacation or a trip that you guys wanted to go on, or you guys were working towards, or like there was a special event that you guys were looking forward to, I feel. And he's like, I'm very sorry that we couldn't go, or I couldn't go at least. So I'm not sure if you took that trip, or if you or you were gonna take that trip, or you just didn't do it all together. So if you could just verify with that.
Yeah, let us know. Okay. I got an interesting card. I got the card fragmented. It says here that too many things were going on at the time, and that there was a sort of a split in the energy that he had. And he said, the picture is incomplete of our life together, you know, because I left so early. And perhaps he feels really like he wished he was more aware of his surroundings at the time. He thought he was invincible. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I don't know if that's the case or not. Of course.
Okay.
You know, she says she's not sure about what you said about that.
Maybe it was probably something that he wanted to do then, because he was like, I'm sorry that I couldn't do it. Like there was a special event that he wanted to take you on, or there was a vacation that maybe once upon a time you mentioned it and he remembered. He's like, okay, I kind of want to do it like a surprise. Oh my hat. Sorry. A surprise vacation.
Well, I'm sure they had plans. Oh, he said he was always tired of being poor. So probably he wanted to get through that and take
Yeah,
you
or he
somewhere.
wanted
Yeah.
to like make you feel like you. He just really wanted to take you out
Hmm.
to a certain place that you talked about, or that, but he's like really adamant on this place. So
Okay.
maybe that was something that he didn't share with you because he wanted it as a surprise.
Well, yeah, and he went so fast, it sounds
Yeah, he
like.
went
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
fast. He didn't really know what hit him in a way. Like there was
Okay.
an accident,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
or kind of like there was an accident, or he didn't properly do the safety check or something.
Maybe. I
Maybe
think when you're cutting trees down, you're supposed to hook yourself into
like a
like
harness, kind of like
like a
a.
harness, maybe. I don't know if he did that or not, but okay. I surely am saddened by that whole thing, dear. And I maybe if you think about some of these things, that you will maybe it will come to you at some point. So we got one more. We got Seascape wondering how her November will be. Thank you all for being here while she's thinking about what she's going to say. I really enjoy having you here and having Lady Soul with us tonight. Hopefully, we'll be back on again, or maybe I'll go on her channel. I would love to do that.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm trying to figure all that out. I promise.
Good. Good.
Um, it's just unfortunately my life gets in the way
Oh,
because I have
no, I know.
to.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
safety.
It does here too. His safety device malfunctioned. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. We did feel that. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so for Seascape, how will your November? I heard prosperous.
Hmm.
Prosperous.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like how would I say it? There's gonna be kind of like a how would I say it? Prosperous, huh? Not only in like in certain financials name, not in financials name. I can't even speak right. That's how stressed out I am.
Financially, you mean? Yeah.
Financially, but kind of like your like love,
Mm.
like kind of like
Like a reconciliation.
okay. It was gonna like the way I see it. It's you're not gonna have as much issues. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you've gone through so much. It's kind of like I don't want to say you're bulletproof, but you already went through the hard, and you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna enjoy the fall. You're gonna enjoy
Oh,
the little things. Like right now,
okay.
what's the one thing I keep smelling? Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin. Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I remember I posted this on Instagram. Like enjoy the little things.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Enjoy
see you're
going
going to have some time off to relax a little
out.
bit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Yep.
kind of like, and again, and I don't want to jinx it because I went through so much this year. It's like I don't
Uh-huh.
want to say, God, what else you got? Because it's like that was a
Right.
rhetorical question, not a life challenge. But it's like, okay, the worst already went through. Your purple elephant went through everything. And it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, okay, I'm gonna
It's
take it
all
as
uphill from here. Okay.
all
Good.
uphill from here, yes. So I
That's
feel like it's gonna be a positive month, prosperous love or prosperous. You might come into a little bit of money. Again, I can't tell you time, but
right. Right.
I even feel this way. Like sometimes I even told my boyfriend, I say, you know what? I feel like I want to play the lottery. I keep hearing numbers.
Okay.
I
Then you
might,
need to do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, but I'm just like I haven't had time to go.
I know. I know. I do
But
hear you.
so
I
I
hear you.
feel like it's gonna be a better month.
Better month for you. Yay. Positive, she says. Excellent. Excellent job.
And Craig, to answer Craig Lady, so what is your grandma's first name? So I have about 3 grandmas.
I think the one you're talking to is the one he wants to know.
Okay, so that is Gatekeeper. Her name is
Oh,
Grandma Maria.
Maria.
And yes, and I will show you a photo. She's like, even when you see her, she's kind of like, oh, she's like alpha energy. Like, without her, there
Mhm.
will be no me, because she was actually very gifted herself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. You look so much like her, honey. Honestly. Is this your
Really?
mom's mom? Is it
This
mom's
is
mom?
this is mom's dad, mom. My
Okay.
grandpa's mom.
Okay. Wow. That's right. That's right. She's a great grandma. Yeah.
Yeah, she's my great grandmother,
Yeah.
and and I know I've mentioned her quite a bit, and
Hmm.
she comes in as one who is possessively protective of me,
Hmm.
and she looks like my mother. Oh,
Oh, my Lord, sister. Yeah.
oh, okay. Well,
Wow.
and it's funny because on Jean's channel, when remember how I told you about about the dad that passed away? So this
Yes. Yes.
dad was a cook in the Navy or in the military, and he
Yeah.
always looked through the fridge. Like he kept opening the fridge, and my grandma was getting mad, like, stop looking in my fridge. If you want, I'll make you something to eat. Sit down and stop opening my fridge. Like my grandma was very like very feisty and sassy.
Hmm.
But she's,
Hmm.
you know what? And I'll tell you this, and because I know it's time. But anytime there was I don't know what saint that they did this after.
Hmm.
But in the little pueblillo in Mexico, they always did like a huge potluck.
Uh-huh.
And my grandma was so prideful, had so much pride in her food that people would specifically go to my grandma. So they would
Oh, wow.
pots
Yeah.
of food. So if my
Uh-huh.
grandma would see any type of food inside the
Uh-huh.
pot, she's like, go get a new pot. I'm not going to mix my food with anyone else's. I'm just like, well,
Wow.
grandma.
Yep.
But she's like, no, I'm not going to taint my food with people who can't cook. I know how to cook, and I'm not going to let anyone.
Right. We don't want to mix them up. That's right.
Yeah. So that should tell you the type of
Wow.
energy that my
What a
grandma.
powerful night. Very powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dear. You have a wonderful time at your hockey game. Hi,
I'm so
hi, Cal.
excited.
I know it. Go have a great time. Thank you for all your
And
wonderful readings, and we'll
I
see you
did want
again
to say
really soon.
thank you. I did want to say thank you to Willow. Thank you so much about that
Yes,
about
Willow.
the feathered serpent. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
It
That
is.
made
It
so much,
is.
and thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to everybody for everything. We'll see you really soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.